Borneo Pygmy Elephant. Borneo Pygmy elephant are found on the northern part of Borneo MARDHIAH Island. These elephants are only found here in Malaysian Borneo. Borneo Pygmy elephants are very small. They are rarely goes up beyond 10 feet and above, slightly similar with Asian elephant, but Borneo Pygmy elephant has longer tail and shorter trunk. Elephants actually prefer the primary forest seldom to the secondary forest seldom, but they move a lot, so they have to go through degraded areas to go to the next forest. If they are in juvenile age, they can follow the new herd, but for the babies, they are under 6 months, they are taken to the sanctuary until they are ready to follow the herd. Borneo Pygmy elephants are an endangered species, and only an estimated 1,500 individuals remain in the wild, mostly found in Sabah in Malaysian Borneo. The primary threat to these elephants is habitat loss. Since 1986, the Borneo Pygmy elephant has been listed as endangered on the IUCN Red List, as the population has declined by at least 50% over the last 3 generations, estimated to be 60 to 75 years. It is preeminently threatened by loss, degradation, and fragmentation of habitat.
Sabah police cleared the air on Wednesday and said it was not the poachers who killed the Borneo Pygmy elephant. Instead, it was 2 plantation guards who were engaged by a company to keep wildlife away who shot the elephant and sold off its tusks. Police arrested 6 men and recovered the tusks of the elephant, which was found riddled with about 70 bullet wounds at Sungai Udin, close to a FAUZI plantation on September 25th.
The coverage is an evidence in which the Borneo Pygmy elephants are slaughtered daily for their ivory tusk. They are being killed for their tusk at a rate of 1 for every 15 minutes. Bows and poison arrows, guns, spears, and cable snares are among the deadly tools used by poachers. Poachers use those weapons to kill or maim elephants for their tusk and sell illegally for a high rate. Their ivory tusks are used for ornaments, jewelry, billiard balls, piano keys, furniture, and others. Tusks can be carved into varieties of shapes and objects. Not only that, Pygmy elephants need a large range of forests to feed and breed in, but their natural habitat is being disrupted by human activity of illegal logging. Their natural habitat is being converted into oil palm plantations. This is due to the increasing of human populations and high demand for food source. Over the last 4 decades, 40% of forest cover has been lost to illegal logging, rapid expansion of plantations, and housing areas. Shrinking of forests bring the elephants into more frequent contact with people, and this increases human-elephant conflict at a particular region. Due to the extensive habitat loss, Pygmy elephants spend much of their time in plantations, travel through them to reach fragmented forests. In this case, some irresponsible people set illegal snares to catch those elephants. Young Pygmy elephant got injured by the snares set by oil palm workers. In the Lower Kinabatangan Wildlife Sanctuary, it is estimated that 20% of elephants have sustained injuries from these snares. Please save our Borneo Pygmy elephant.
Our planet is being cut and cleared. Our wildlife is being killed and sold. The extinction of species has now accelerated to where we have lost more species in the past 50 years. One of them is a Borneo Pygmy elephant that mostly found in Sabah, Malaysia. In this video, I will explain why and how we as a human protect the Borneo Pygmy elephant. The reason why we must protect these elephants are ecologically valuable species as they can shape an ecosystem. The elephant help maintain forests and savanna ecosystem for other species. Fun fact, the elephants are naturally intelligent with a complex social network and interaction with ecosystems. There are two ways to protect these species. By conservation. In Sabah, Malaysia, the Borneo elephant are protected under Schedule 2 of the Wildlife Conservation Enactment, whereby any person found guilty of hunting elephant is liable on conviction to fine of 50,000 ringgit or 5-year prison or both. Besides, by responsible ecotourism, as we know, Sabah, Malaysia is one of the best and famous places for tourism activity, with the rise in conscious consumers and travelers, and our as world become more connected, responsible, or sustainable ecosystem should be sure in popularity in the near future. I think that Sabah could do a wildlife conservation center as tourism attraction.
Today can be seen Borneo elephant increasingly threatened and facing extinction. Among the threats faced by these animals are habitat loss, degradation, and fragmentation. This is because it is driven by a growing human population and leads to increased conflict between humans and elephants when elephants eat their crops. Among the conflicts has been the death and killing of Borneo elephant in Sabah, involving the brutal killing of a Borneo elephant in an oil palm plantation. The carcass of the protected animal was found by farm workers near Kampung Imbak, with the limbs of the Borneo elephant cut while the skin is cut and believed to be dead for 4 or 5 days based on the routine state of the carcass. Therefore, we need to be aware that the Borneo elephant is almost extinct and its habitat is decreasing. So, we need to play a role in appreciating and preserving the safety of these animals. The thing we need is to know the importance of protecting this habitat, which was one of the ancient animals that is still willing to survive to this day. Net is, we do not harm the native habitats of the wild elephants, so that they do not migrate until they enter the nearest settlement area. As we know, elephant ivory is an asset sought after by elephant hunters, as it is very valuable for the manufacture of ornamental items. So, as a sign of respect for the elephant that are almost extinct, we should boycott and do not buy ornamental items made from elephant ivory.
In a nutshell, as a responsible human being, we need to preserve and cherish the animals and plants on this earth, so that we do not lose the priceless treasures of the earth.